Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are
How you
you all
doing?
doing?
Good, and you?
Fine, thank you. Okay, I'm checking up your names. It was Sam. I think they are new people. It was Hassan.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm checking up the names, checking attendance.
All right.
Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Sasha Sturgis. I don't see how this. Okay. Sturgis Sasha. I got. Okay, I got this person. Robson, I got him. Okay, Falling. Morrison, this is a new name. All right. Morrison, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, I'm checking off. All right, let's see who else. Who I got people here now. So let us begin. Tonight. Okay. Tonight, our focus will be on some of the variables of leadership. But before then, I want to show you, as I always do, what you have or what you need to complete this week. Like I promised, I will make this announcement every week before the class starts. You can see this is week 2. You can see week 2 announcements, week 2 activities and assignments. First of all, read chapter 2 and 3 of the course textbook. I'm sure that by now you have registered in my Go Here Connect. So you can also read the PowerPoint, lecture 2 PowerPoint, and then complete homework 2 by the due date. And the due date for all this week assignment is January 22nd. Now, remember you can access all of them from here, from models. You go to models, you're not in week 2, which is on model 2. You can see the homework 2 here, and then the notes, then PowerPoint. For the textbook, you can access, you have it already, and you can read it, and you can also read it from the by going to my Go Here Connect. Now, to make our communication quicker, so that when I send message, it can come to you directly in your cell phone, I want to show you what to do. Now, you see this PDF. Let me make it larger a little bit. You can text. This is the message right here. Take this message at 7EGE7B to this number. If this number doesn't work for you, text it to this number. You can do it now, so we can check it, see if it's working. Text this whole of this message, this number. You will get a response. Then respond yes to that response by putting your name. I think yes. I think when you respond yes or put your name, it will now put you in my class. Can you do that now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Can do it now. So let us test it and see if it's working. Text this message. This exactly the way it appeared here. This symbol at 7EGE7B. Text it to this number. If this number does not work for you, then text it to this number, and then you get a response. The respondents reply with I say yes, and then it can put you my class. When you're doing that, I will check my attendance. Donald, somebody is Donald. Who is Donald? Okay. I'll go to this. And please, Donald. Donald, who is so how many of you have done it?
I haven't. What's the thing again?
Give me 1 minute. The message is here. What is it? Give me 1 minute. Let me pull it up. This is the message right here. At 7EG. This symbol at 7EGE 7B. Text the whole of that to this number. Then when you get a response, reply. You don't have to download anything. Just reply with your full name, I think, or by typing yes, something like that. So I have with them Donald here. Who has this? What's your real name? I'm asking because of the attendance, so that I can mark you present. Okay. All right.
So we have to.
I just did it, and he's asking me about my birthday and all
No,
of this stuff.
no. Don't put your birthday. Just reply with your name. It's that first response, I think.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
I did.
What's your name?
Amadou.
Okay, Amadou. Have you replied the first time? Just yes.
Yeah,
your name.
I replied the first time.
So it should be here then. I saw I have only 2 names here showing up here.
They even tell me thanks, Amadou. Yes, I did. I replied with my full name. Don't know why it's not showing.
Maybe it will still show later on. Maybe I should refresh it.
Mine's is not even working. It's saying I have the wrong number.
So Amadou, you're here. What's your name?
I'm there now.
Yeah, can you see the screen?
Yeah,
Yes.
I see the screen.
Yeah. If you see a name here, that means your own is done.
And we gotta send this as a text, right?
Yes. So you send the text to this number here. 81 810 10. You know.
Okay. And at 7EGE 7B.
Yeah. Okay. This number. So whenever I send a message to come to you as a text, it makes communication quicker. Like last week, we started the class at 7. Some people didn't know that. So even if I can just post a message, so this class will start by this time, and then you get it immediately, and you know, instead of knowing later when you log in Canvas. So see who else? I see how the same number of people. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now let us test it. I want to test it. See, make sure if it is working. For those of you who have entered, let me test it. Okay. I will send this message. Tell me if you received it. Hello, scholars. I will be absent today. If there's any change, an assignment, I say I want to make a change, I can send a message very quick. Did you receive this message I sent just now in your phone?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
So that means it's working now. So those of you, please try and do this, and then okay, I'll close that page. If you haven't done it still, you can take a picture of it now. So I'm about to close it so that we begin. Or I can just test the number now and then you will start. Okay, let's begin. So I've shown you what to do, the assignment that I need to be done, and then we'll start. The leadership variables. This is lecture 2. Make sure you're seeing all of this. Okay, leadership variables. Now, there are more than 40 theories or models of leadership, according to the Encyclopedia of Leadership. Some of these theories have influenced the study and practice of leadership. But the one we'll be focusing on are those of the early studies. And these early studies were based on 2 main theories. Excuse me. The first one is the threat theory. Second one is the behavior theory. The threat theory is mainly concerned with the qualities of the leader. But the behavior theory is mainly focused on leadership action. Let's look at the threat theory first. So now this theory, as the name implies, is a model or a theory or model that is based on the characteristics of many leaders, both those who are successful and those of them who are not successful. So we use these traits or characteristics to predict how effective a leader will be. So now, researchers or even people who want to hire people on a leadership to assume a leadership position can use this traits or use it to compare those who submitted application or who were interviewed to assess their likelihood of succeeding as leadership or not succeeding. So according to the threat theory, people who are successful leaders or people who became successful leaders have some abilities, interests, and personality traits that are different from those who are not successful leaders or those who will not be successful leaders. So if you are going to be a successful leader, there's some qualities, interests, abilities, personality traits that you will have, which will indicate that you will be a successful leader. That is the what this theory is trying to show or tell us. So through many researches that were conducted years ago, especially during the 20th century, they were able to identify a set of core traits of successful leaders. So these traits are not solely on their own. They are not on their own alone with respect to helping in identifying whether a person will be a successful leader or not. However, the traits are very important because they are assumed to be the preconditions that endow people with leadership potential. Now, a natural question to ask at this point is, what are those traits we are talking about? I summarize 8 of them here. First one being the achievement drive. Achievement drive. So the people that have that will be potential leaders or good leaders. Now, when I say good leaders can be on the positive or negative side. Your effectiveness as a leader hinges on your ability to motivate people to do what you want them to do willingly, not by force. So that's what I mean by achievement. It can be in the positive side or it can be the negative side. Yeah. So achievement drive, high level of effort, high level of ambition, energy, and initiative. So these are one of the things that you see in a potential leader. Their any effort, they want to put excessive effort towards their end. They are very ambitious. They have energy, initiative, etc. The second quality is that they have leadership motivation. They have intense desire, intensely burning desire to lead others to reach the shared goals. So they have it, they want to be leader, basically, and put it that way. And that desire is burning in them, and they want to act on it. Their honesty and integrity, they are honest and have integrity. Well, that is what the followers, that is what we assume they do, depending on the way they convince us that what their end is the right thing, and they were committed to it. So, for example, when Hitler was motivating the Germans and preparing them for the Second World War, yes, it was it has a positive end, and it has a negative. What he wanted to achieve was not good, but bottom line is that he has the ability to convince the Germans that what he was saying or their goals is genuine and the right thing to do. Which this made, because of the fact that Germans are so motivated and are willing to follow Hitler to whatever place want to go, they were able to face the whole Europe for more than 4 years. We stand in whole of Europe, including America and Russia, for more than 4 years. A small country, because they are highly motivated by what Hitler was telling them. What he's saying might be genuine, and may not be genuine, but the bottom line is that he made them to believe that they are genuine objectives. So the self-confidence, they are highly confident people, who are expected or want to be leaders in the future. They believe in their ideas and their ability to achieve their goal. Cognitive ability or intelligence. So these leaders are capable of exercising good judgment, strong analytical abilities, and conceptually skilled. If you think of Martin Luther King, if you think of Nelson Mandela, if you think of Oprah Winfrey, when Oprah Winfrey started, it was a time where it is an arena where we have very few women that go out on their own to establish a TV show. I mean, there may be some, but it was very tough for women to do that. But she has that intelligence. She has the cognitive ability, and she believed on herself. And look at what she actually were able to achieve this day. Today, she is still considered the first women billionaire in America because she have that ability, intelligence, honesty, self-confidence, and so on and so forth. Then she had knowledge of business too. She worked in the TV before, so you have knowledge of what the industry is, where the industry will be heading, and she was able to take advantage of those knowledge to milk that knowledge for what it is worth, and establish a TV station, a TV show that is known worldwide. I started hearing about Oprah when I was in Nigeria. I'm talking about years ago, before I came to the United States. That will tell you how far and wide the reach of her program was or is. Now, emotional maturity, they are well adjusted, does not suffer from severe psychological disorders. Even if they do, they have a way of managing it, and you will not even know that something is going on in their lives. Then they also have charisma, creativity, or they are creative and they are flexible. They know how to make people be willing to work with them. All these traits are the core traits that comes under the trait theory of leadership. Any question before I continue?
No question.
No question. Okay, good. Now, so let us look at the implications of the trait theory. So the bottom line is that we can apply the trait theory at all levels in any organization. It can be a corporate organization, it can be a government agency, it can be a school, it can be even a religious organization. So this organization, the managers in this organization can use the information from this trait theory to evaluate their position in the organization. So through this evaluation, they can assess how their position can be made stronger in the organization. So by applying the trait theory and using it to evaluate their position, managers in some organizations that I mentioned, or all the organizations that I'm applying using this trait theory, can get an in-depth understanding of their identity and the way they will affect others in the organization. Now, another implication is that the trait theory, using it to evaluate their position in an organization, managers can become aware of their strengths and weaknesses. Not only that, by using this theory to assess their position or to evaluate their position in the organization that they work for, they can get a true understanding of how they can develop their leadership qualities. Okay. Now, another implication of the trait theory have to do with answering some important questions that relate to leadership. Now, some of these questions will be things like whether the leader are born or made. You have heard people say this, that leaders are born, or some say that they are made, some say that they are born, that one can be natural leader, born can have a natural leadership skill by the person's nature. Some say no, leaders can be made. Or someone even argue as to whether leadership is an art or science. So the trait theory help to analyze these questions. Now, in general, it is possible for one to have some natural ability that will make him or her to be a good leader. It is also equally possible for one to learn the skills of leaders, the skill of how that we make him a good leader. It's possible to do it as well. Now, leadership can also be an art. But in any case, leadership requires, or leadership skill requires the application of, or probably I would say the learning or application of these skills that I have mentioned in the previous slides. Now, generally speaking, even if the some leadership skills are inborn, or if you say that a leader, somebody have a natural skill to be a leader, or he's a born leader, or she's a born leader. The talent that you are born with, you still need to develop it. Many people have skills and talent that they are born with, but you have to develop that talent or build on it before that talent can manifest. So, in a similar vein, even if there are certain inborn qualities that make you a good leader, if you don't nurture those talents and develop it, if you don't nurture it and encourage it, then they may not manifest. You just the talent will become wasted. For example, a person is not born with self-confidence. Self-confidence, you develop it as you're growing up. Even as a child that is learning to walk, you fall down, you get up again. You fall down, you get up again, keep trying until you get the confidence that will eventually make you to walk without tripping easily. How about honesty? Is honesty and integrity. This is a matter of choice. Will you say that somebody is born to be honest and have integrity? Well, children are naturally. I would say that this is a matter of debate, because children are naturally honest. I mean, knowing a lot of children and being a child myself, and when I was a child, I always, you don't think of anything bad as a child. So I would say that children are honest, but as you become mature, as you reach the age of reasoning, during that time you have mixed with other people, interacted with a lot of people, see the pros and cons from being the direction you want to follow in your life. At that point, your decision to be honest and to have integrity becomes a choice, a matter of personal choice. So some people who believe that the end justifies the means, so that they can get anything they want through crook or through a good person, anyway. So they believe that what matters is whether you succeeded. That success brings a lot of friends, and at the end justify the means. Those kind of people they can choose to be unscrupulous and dishonest. Then there are others who believe that yes, they being dishonest and taking the shortcut methods might make you wealthy very quick, but then the consequences may hunt you down eventually and pull you down. And they might decide to make the choice to be honest and to be have integrity, because they believe that it pays in the end, even though they may not become overnight success or to be wealthy overnight. As a matter of fact, many entrepreneurs or many inventors, writers that people tend to give that name, overnight success. Actually, for years, decades, sometimes they might be struggling, practicing their art or trying to develop their product or trying to polish their book. But eventually, when they reach the end and the book become a bestseller, or their invention becomes very successful, or their business became very profitable, people will say, oh, he is an overnight success, she is an overnight success. But they will know that over the years, they have been working on that goal, trying to get to the end point. But as soon as they become successful, or the article or whatever the people will write about them they will sensationalize it so much that somebody that read it might think that, oh, this person just developed this product and the product become an overnight success. It doesn't work that way most of the time. Now, how about this? Motivation to lead comes from within the individual, of course. It comes from within the individual. And some people chose, I would say that it's a matter of personal choice as well. If you are motivated to become a leader, or you can choose to be motivated to become a leader, you can choose to be motivated to be anything that you want to be. It all depends on what makes you to push yourself to the edge. Then the knowledge of business can also be acquired. Yes, that's of course. I have given you an example with Opera. There are many other business developed founders that tried and failed many times before they eventually got a product that the market wants. Somebody like Steve Jobs, it took me a long time to be able to make Apple Incorporated to be a company that is known for excellence. How about this? Cognitive ability. Well, we have some cognitive ability innate in us, but we still have to, like I say, we still have to nurture it, encourage it, and develop it. So even though cognitive ability has its origin partly in the genes, in our genes, it still needs to be developed. So all these things, all these qualities that I mentioned in the previous slide, achievement, drive, leadership motivation, honesty, integrity, self-confidence, cognitive ability or intelligence, knowledge or business, emotional maturity. These are not they are not acquired overnight. It's something that is you build on it over days, weeks, months, and years. So applying this leadership threat theory, okay. So the list of personality tests, the threat theory, we can apply it. And one of the ways we can apply it is by participating in various tests. Okay. One of the ways we can apply it is many companies can use it in the form of personality assessment instrument to identify how individuals will fit within the organization. This normally happens during the, I would say, hiring process. When they interview you, there are some certain skills that they need. And during the interview, and they're looking at your resume and other information they can gather about you, they can see if you have the quality they need, whether it is for a job that you be at a leadership position or any form of job. They interview you, see if they have those skills and even the qualities that they're looking for. So that's why in some interview, if after asking you questions that relate to the job, they also ask you other questions like, in what kind of organization do you want to work? Why do you need this job? Why do you think you are more suitable for this job? You know, questions like that. What is your there's many ways they ask that kind of questions. You know. Now, another application is that by participating in various tests, candidates can benchmark and assess how strong or weak they are in terms of leadership skills. What are those tests? There are some tests that can be done even when they want to promote employees to a leadership position. They can do those tests. So by participating in those tests, the people who apply those tests can get a hint on the direction for future action plans, or they can also ascertain and how candidates or how strong the candidates or how they are in terms of leadership skills. Now, so the test I'm referring to in that regard, I have already mentioned the kind of when they're doing the hiring process is a form of test, testing you to see if you are qualified for this job. So when they hire you, that means you passed their test. Okay. Now there are other ones used by various organizations, mainly large organizations. Some of those ones you can say there's one they call them the Minnesota Multi-Physic Personality Inventory. There's one they call Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, Big Five Personality Tests, Workplace Big Five Profile, Costa and McRae's NEO PIR, also called NEO tests, and so on and so forth. So I recommend you that to when you have the chance to explore more on how these tests are done, what they are, and what outcome that are derived by applying these tests. Now we have 2 minutes left. Nothing can be achieved in 2 minutes, so I'm going to time us out now. Remember, wait for 10 minutes, then log back in using the same link that you used to log in today, okay? Hello, can you hear me?
Okay.
So I'm gonna time us out, wait for 10 minutes, log back in using the same link. So I will see you back here in 10 minutes. All right, see you soon.